Hey there, we are coming on and I wanted to share with you some tips on how you can start to really build your home business. Let me get this all situated, make sure I look okay. All right, thanks for jumping on. I hope that this is going to help you be able to grow your business really quick. My name is Dwyer and I help people build health and fitness businesses online predominantly, but also developing a team and culture of leaders. I have been able to groom multiple millionaires in a health and fitness business, all by doing it predominantly online. Been doing that for over 7 years, but I've helped thousands of people over the past 15 years create their own independent consultant businesses in fitness. But for the past 7 years, I've been able to help and groom at least 21 millionaires. 10 of them are personally sponsored by myself. So thanks so much for jumping on. I hope this topic is going to be able to help you out, be able to help you build your home business online. What I want to talk about in this little Periscope is helping you understand what you really need first before you can really get out there and start selling your products, selling your services, selling yourself. I want to be able to help you with that. Thanks so much for jumping on, Heidi. Awesome to see you, Heidi. Really cool to see you on here, as well as McNastia. I'm not sure if I said that properly. Thanks so much for listening at Summit, Talia. I really appreciate that you're coming. We got a lot of people coming in from all over the place. If this is your first time on Periscope, then let's say, why don't you use the code word, I don't know, first timer? I got to come up with something cool. That's not cool, is it? All right, so as we are getting rolling, I see a lot of people are coming on and I don't want to, of course, miss any questions that you have, but I want to get to the meat of this because I really want to make sure that you're getting the information you need in these digestible moments. So thanks so much. My name again is Dwyer and I help people build health and fitness businesses, mostly online and most of the time in building a culture and leadership within their organizations. So I've been doing that myself for over 15 years. Strongly for the past 7 years, I've been able to build a multi-million-dollar business all by working in fitness. And that's by being an independent contractor with a network marketing company. That's how I've predominantly built my millions, as well as my other coaches that are working with me have built their millions. So let's go into the meat of what today's topic is about. What do you need first to be able to build a business, mostly online, before you can really start selling yourself, before you can have really a big business? So if you want to, oh cool, we got some first timers. Thanks for jumping on. Hold your questions, okay? I would love to be able to answer your questions, but I don't, of course, want to be distracted. I want to make sure you get the information that you need right away. And then I'll take some pauses to recap and also give you some answers to some of your questions. So the thing that many people as entrepreneurs, as many people are really finding that being an entrepreneur is pretty much the way to go these days. You can't ignore it. Too many times people are just putting their blinders on thinking that I don't want to get into network marketing. I don't want to be an entrepreneur. That's so icky. I don't want to go house to house having home parties and selling people a bunch of foodware and stuff. That's not it at all. That's the old days of business. Just look around you now. Pretty much every store you love, they probably have like an affiliate program. You could probably get a cut here and there if you recommend that restaurant. People are pretty much having a way for you to make a buck off of their business because they know that people are doing business with people that they trust. People are doing business with word of mouth marketing more so than the commercials on the TV. So if people are working with people that they trust, they go on Facebook or they go on Twitter and they ask people for their recommendations of, where do you get your oil changed? Where do you go for a party for your kids? People are asking online for their help and advice, and that's who they're trusting. They're not trusting the reviews on websites or other recommendations from the Better Business Bureau. They're not. That's it. In fact, that's the way that the world is working. It's a social media technology world. It's not going away. So you better go teach your grandma and your mom and your dad and everyone else how to use the internet. It's not going away. We can't ignore it. Jump in. Your information is out there. The Facebook land, they know so much about you that you'd be freaked out to know how much they know about you. They can really send you retargeted messages. That's why whenever you're shopping on those secret websites, then you go to Facebook and all of a sudden you see all these ads on the shoes you were just looking at. And you're like, wait a minute, why is it following me? It's because you are tracked everywhere you go. By your phone, on your phone, you have tracking services. Some people think they turn them off, but there's actually a secondary location on your phone that has it on. And it tracks exactly where you are in which room of your house. So there's so many ways of tracking you. You can't ignore social media. Own it. And the best way to own it is why not make money off of it by learning how to be a better social media marketer, as well as really just trying to help more people. So what I've been able to do and what we're going to be talking about is really building a business online. And I'm going to speak more so from reference on a health and fitness business, just because that is my forte. But this applies to any business that you have. So I know that there's other network marketing companies out there that sell the nail things. They may sell these liquids that you drink. They may sell these things you wrap yourselves up in. I know that there's a ton of different network marketing companies out there, and not one is better than another. I will never say that one sucks. Hey, I may not agree with it because I look at it as that's just a Band-Aid and that's not the solution to changing someone's life. It may just make their moment happier or whatever the case might be. So we can't discount any network marketing company out there unless they're doing it in a very bad way. Now, for me, I really agree with the company that I work with because it's a complete solution. It's not just take this pill and then you're perfectly healthy in the morning. It's not that at all. It's a complete lifestyle change and surrounding yourself with that bubble of community, because you can't really change your life if you keep putting in your life a negative mindset of people around you that are constantly trying to derail your goals and your purpose and trying to improve your life. So you want to make sure that the one that you match definitely matches your goals and the direction that you want to be. All right. So where are people really going wrong? All right. Whenever I'm working with developing a new team member, the thing is most of the time they are trying to create a following. They don't have a following, or they just haven't been focusing their message yet appropriately online. So when they're working to build their business for the first time, it's new. It's brand new. And you can't expect to go out there just because you signed the dotted line of being a representative for a certain company that now, because you can sell it, people are going to come running to you. They're actually going to run away. It's because they see it so much. It's littered everywhere. That's actually one of the best things, that when you are choosing a company to represent, that you want to choose one that you really don't need to heavily educate people on, that it has been around and it's really proving as being a household name. It's a lot easier to build that business. But if you sign the dotted line and all of a sudden you run out and get a tattoo of those products and that's all you ever talk about, that's the icky way of building your business. People don't want that because now you just became a commercial. You just became a salesperson. So for instance, with the company that I represent, we get customers given to us. And when I send my messages out to the customer saying, hi, I'm connected to you, I'm here to help you, I don't want to sound like a salesperson from the company. I don't say to them, thank you so much for buying your product. I am now your rep that you're going to be in touch with. No, because I didn't get commissions for that product that they bought. I just got assigned them to help them. But if my message comes across that way to them, they're going to look at it as spam, salesperson from the company. All they want me to do is buy more stuff. No, that's not it at all. I just want to have a connection point to be able to help more people. So you have to be careful on the way that you put yourself out there, that when you are building, that you didn't just all of a sudden start tattooing yourself and that's all you talk about. Because if that's the case, you're going to have a lot of people run from you. So this is a little off topic, but a lot of people will say, oh my gosh, my warm marketing list, I run through it. Nobody wants to do this with me. Nobody wants to get these products. Nobody wants to join my team. Well, the problem most likely is that you either have blinders on and you've only looked at like your immediate family members and think that's all you ever knew in your life, or two, you're not meeting new people and you're not making friends and socializing with more people to add on to your list. And then the other side is that you probably freaked them out and sold them hard or tried to convince them into doing something. So those are typically the wrong ways to go about when you are sharing your product or your business. So what are we talking about? What do we need to focus on to be able to really strongly make a big difference in your business? So for those of you just jumping on now, because we've got a lot of people online, my name is Christine and I help people build health and fitness businesses online, predominantly building leadership and culture of following a brand so that people will value your content and not run away from you. Here's the big critical step that if you don't have this, you really don't have much to be able to build a business. You ready for the big T word? Testimonial. Oh, what word were you thinking I was going to say? Testimonials. Definitely have to have testimonials. Well, how can you have testimonials if you just got started? People aren't buying from you yet. You can't bring people into the business to help them to have success yet. You even haven't had success yourself. Where are you going to get these testimonials? Should you make them up? Should you grab them from the internet and Google and just put your label on them? No, of course not. You can't do that. So the only way to get testimonials, and the best way to get testimonials, is to start offering your services and help for free. That's it. Well, that sounds pointless now, doesn't it? I thought I joined this to start making money. Well, Buttercup, you will. What is that little Karate Kid name or whatever it is? I don't know. I should know. I'm in Taekwondo. So, but really, that's what it is. You have to really start to help more people for free so that you then can get testimonials. Now, this doesn't matter which company you're with. So for instance, if you are selling organization skills, say for instance, you have a book that teaches people on how to effectively transition their closets over from season to season, and you want to sell that book, but you're not just going to go put it on your social media sites and say, hey, buy this book because it's going to help you clean out your closets from season to season. Well, how do I know your book is better than that other book that's advertising the same thing? Because there's so many people out there like you doing the exact same thing. It doesn't matter who you are, because if someone next door to you is doing the same thing, what's the difference? The difference is in testimonials. If you don't have testimonials, you got nothing. How are we gonna get testimonials? All right. Let me give you a little bit of this information first, and then I'll take some questions so that we could dive a little bit deeper into it. As a new person trying to build your business and get yourself out there, if you've got something to sell people or offer people to sign up and do with you, you can't lead with that. I follow Gary Vaynerchuk a lot, and he has a book out there. Oh, yikes. I got a whole boatload of books here. This is one of the best books that you could get from Gary Vaynerchuk, Jab, 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 Right Hook. The thing is that you can have an offer, a sale, or something where people to sign up. That, of course, being the right hook. But you have to offer free value by giving before you offer a right hook, something to buy. So now, if you have you want to sign people up to join your team, well, that's just a placement. How can you offer value for that? It doesn't matter what your business is. You can have a book on organization. You can have health and fitness, helping people learn how to lose body weight. You can have a gardening video series that you want to teach people how to plant sunflowers. Whatever it is that you're selling, you have to offer value first. And now if you're offering value, whoop-de-doo. Is that going to get you testimonials? No, it's not. Why? Because you're not capturing it in a certain way. So this is the critical point of, sure, offer value, jab, 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 sure. But if you're leading people nowhere, how are you keeping track of people? So for instance, on my Facebook page and on my Instagram page, I constantly put up there little mini workout videos for people. Now, I'm a fitness professional. I've been doing that for 24 years, and me to make up little workout ideas and teach people about great form and technique and how to build their muscles and lose the body fat, that's second nature to me. but that's not what's making my money. That's not what's paying for this house. That's not what's paying for our vehicles and my kids' school and the taekwondo. It's not paying for all of that. No, my business with network marketing and building it is what's paying the bills. So I have to lead with giving value to people. Why do I give those videos? Because that is my love. That is my passion. That is a way to help a lot of people that really want to change their life through health and fitness. And that's what they're looking for. They're looking for this information. I would prefer they find me because I know that I'm a stickler when it comes to form and technique and application. Believe me, I don't want to work out longer than I have to. So if I'm doing it wrong, that means I'm going to either injure myself or have to do it a lot longer. So I really like to teach form and technique, get in, get out, and really get results. That's what I do. So that's why I put the content out there. That's free value though, isn't it? But do I have people coming back to me saying, hey, I gathered all your videos that you put up for the past month on Facebook and I started working out and wow, I've lost 20 pounds. Look at my pictures. No, I don't. Because I'm just giving stuff away. But I'm not giving away to keep track of the people who are actually getting on it. Do I know who's sharing my videos? Can I keep track of all those people and to see what the results are with my videos? No, because honestly, those videos aren't really going to change someone's body because they're sporadic. They're scattered videos. That's a bicep exercise today and that's a quad exercise tomorrow. You can't just flippantly grab a body part and start training it and expect to have amazing results. You have to train things efficiently. So what I'm talking about in this video, to recap, is that to build your business and really make big bucks, no matter if you are brand new or not, you have to have testimonials. And the only way in doing that is by offering value, but by having a way to be able to keep those people with you, to keep track, then get results. You need results. Let me answer some questions first before I give you more meat on the steps of exactly what you'll do. So you got any questions? Thanks so much for loving my podcast. I'm glad that you jump on my podcast. And for those who don't know, I have a podcast, The Platinum Edge. And that is a podcast which I run, but also a conference, a live conference that I put on here in Dallas, Texas. I'm in Dallas, Texas, but I'm a New Yorker, upstate New Yorker. So that's why I sound like this and not from Texas, y'all. Is that my best Texas accent? Oh, thanks so much, Lindsay. Really appreciate you promoting my podcast. I'm glad. How do you know if you're giving free stuff won't kick us later? Oh, that's a great question there, Samantha. Trying to reach your name. All right. This is something to consider. Many people are nervous. And if you have questions, I'm not seeing them right now. So copy them so that when I look back for the questions, paste it and I can see it again. So I'm going to answer this question. Here's a big challenge. A lot of people are nervous about giving away too much free content, that they're basically just going to keep giving away content and people are never going to buy. Here's the thing. I used to be that person that just didn't want to share my secrets because I didn't want people to supersede me in success. And this was actually when I was working as a trainer, mentor. I was their boss for presenters in the fitness industry. They were signed up for this company to be trained by me to know what to do in their businesses to be able to succeed and do amazing. In my beginning years, when I was achieving such great success and doing things in my own way, I honestly didn't want to share all the exact details with them all because I didn't want them to do it and then do better than me. And you know what happened? I, first of all, had to work on myself. I had to grow up, first of all. I had to mature. I had to learn how to have more self-confidence in myself. I had to read a lot. I had to study a lot of videos. I had to get better myself. So I decided I need to share my tricks and my success with these people so that they can have success. And oh well, if they supersede me, I just have to be okay with that. And this is what happened. I taught it all to them. Many of them did insanely well, and they did supersede me, but in a different way. Because in the course of them superseding me, I actually went a different level of success that they weren't going to be going to yet. So even though they were superseding me in one area of the success that I already had, I took myself into a different level of success. So it actually worked out to my favor. Never be scared to share what you know and offer that value for people, because when you do have something to offer, because you were so giving, because you were so detailed, people trust you. So I'm just going to say something out loud, and people may not agree with me, but the reason why I pride my organization as being an amazing organization and teachers is that when, for instance, when I put people on the stage to speak at my conference, I select certain individuals first who pay it back up. So I do not choose people who just want a feather in their cap and they want to use my following to explode their name. I don't. Sorry, don't do that. So I really look for people who are helpful to the organization as a whole, as well as to me. Because just because you say you're great, well, you're not helping the organization as a whole. You don't even follow my podcast, but now you want me to put you on my stage to speak to over 1,000+ people? Okay, I won't go there. But anyway, the thing is that you have to make sure that you are giving back in multiple ways, because the more that you can give and offer value, people will trust you and they'll want to work with you later when you have something to offer. So just understand that you're always going to give the details. Give the details of exactly how to do certain steps, because the more generic you are, you're the same as Googling and finding someone's blog that writes about it generically. Don't you hate it when you Google something and you go search to figure out how to do something, but people just speak about it in a generic sense because they're scared to give away their secrets? Like, you forget about them. That's the same thing. All right. Well, that's a great question. What's my background? Interesting stuff. Thanks so much for asking that. My background, you want to know what I went to college for? Well, my name is Christine and I went to college for radiography. So I went to college because I had no place to live following graduating high school. I had to live in my friend's house my senior year of high school because I had to electively choose to leave my father's house my senior year of high school, because it was a very abusive home, physically and emotionally, that I was threatened basically to quit all activities of my life and to just come back home. And I said, I can't do that. I don't want to quit my job. I don't want to quit my sports, and I don't want to quit my life. And I electively chose to leave my father's house. I was the last one of 4 girls, and my sisters all made it till 16. And I was like, I want to make it to 18. And 2 months before my 18th birthday, I had to move out. And I went and lived with my girlfriend. Thankfully, my girlfriend, to this day, she actually works with me as an assistant in the business that I work in now, but moved in with her parents and her. And from there, I had to go to college. And I had to choose a college that had year-round housing because I didn't have a house. And I went through for radiography. In the middle of going for radiography, I decided, oh my gosh, I hate this. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to have to finish it because I got nothing else to do. I got to make money. So my background is actually when I was in college, I started teaching group fitness. This was 1991, and I was horrible. And I took certifications. I got better. I was a medical radiographer, did trauma ER, mammography, stereotactic, OR, did all of that. Moved up into medical sales and applications. So I would travel the world teaching people how to use new digital x-ray equipment. If you ever watched Grey's Anatomy and you saw that 13-second full-body x-ray system, the Lodox, that was my company I worked for. I was actually one of the first people to bring that over from South Africa to do. But my fitness background starts in 1991 as I was teaching group fitness, but then in 2000, I applied to work for fitness celebrity Chalene Johnson for her company, Powder Blue Productions. And in that business, I worked as a master trainer, failed horribly in the beginning, but then found my way, and it was only by working on myself, and worked for her full-time, mentoring and training her presenters that would come through to be able to represent her company. So that's where I had all those years. I had 11 years working with Chalene's company, which is funny because that's her magical favorite number is 11. And in the year of 2011, after I had become a coach with a network marketing company, I had to give it up because my company business, and it's not a secret, it's Beachbody, became a monster that I had to be able to give that up. And now to this day, my organization is Platinum Presenters, and I have over 155,000 people in my downline. And as I said it earlier, I have 21 millionaires on my team. 10 of them are personally sponsored by myself, and a couple of them are multimillionaires like myself. So that's my background. And it's not that I have the education, because I don't. I have life skills, people skills, and the will to constantly learn and get better, and that I'm not done yet because I want to help people in some capacity or way. So any other questions before I give you kind of more deep insight of exactly what can you do then? How do I go about offering great value without giving away the whole package, so to speak? Great question again. So for instance, say, for instance, you are running a program where you want to teach people how to transition their closets out from all seasons of clothes easily and to keep great things clean and organized and space well and all that. Say that's your big Mac Daddy package that you want to sell someone. You've got a PDF tutorial telling them exactly what to do per season. You've got video walkthroughs telling them how to fold things up and suck air out to store things, whatever it is. I am not the organizer, so I can't give you exactly that tip. So say, for instance, you got this whole program that you want to sell someone, but you don't want to so much give away all the juicy details. One of the best things you could do is just edit out. So for instance, pick some of the critical steps someone could do right away, teach them exactly how to do that, maybe do it with video or written out or whatever. Teach a couple of the steps in completion, and then when you've given them great steps that made a difference in their life, and you keep giving more great steps that are going to keep giving more in their life, when you then offer them something, so say, you know what, if this has helped you, I have a complete system here that's actually going to walk through how to actually organize blah, 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 and do everything. If you want that, here it is. So if you've given them clear, defined, and impactful, valuable steps from your value, when you have your beefy full system available, they're going to want that. So don't restrict giving off information. If you're going to teach a point in completion. The same with me teaching you this stuff, because this stuff is stuff that I would teach my coaches that work with me because I want them to have success. So any other questions before I give you a system of what to do to be able to get testimonials to be able to make your business rock? Any other questions? All right, seems like we are good to go then. Okay, you guys are like, just tell me, no one talk. No one better talk. Here we go. The thing is, again, you want to offer value, but if you're offering value without being able to capture people's information, then you need to be able to fit them into a system, a community, a way to be able to keep track and accountable with them. And one of the best ways that you can do that, of course, is by running something for free where you give them training in an enclosed test group, if you will. Okay? So you can give away free content to your blue in the face all day. But if you don't have a way to track time and accountability and results, it means nothing. So one of the best tips is to put together a free training program for whatever you're going to offer. So if you've got this big master plan of something to sell people or to have them sign up with your team, that's your end result. But you can't get them there, and you can't get the other people around you to want to work with you if you don't have testimonials first. So we need to get testimonials first. I'm going to give you the example in the health and fitness industry. The health and fitness industry is a quadrillion, billion dollar business. It's not going away. Doesn't matter. That's one of the safest businesses to get in is health and fitness because people always want to look younger, fitter, healthier, one way or another. That's not going away. People will spend their money because they want those things, period. That's it. So that's one of the safest businesses to get involved with. So now, of course, you want to be passionate about it if you're going to get involved with it. But that business is very visual. So for instance, if I went on my social media platforms and I just wrote a message saying, oh, Judy lost 10 pounds working with me this past month. I'm so excited. I'm going to run another group to help more people next month. How many people do you think will join? Probably not much. But if I put a picture of Judy's picture of before and after showing her results and saying she lost 10 pounds, she dropped her drinking her Coca-Cola habit, and I'm going to just run another group next month who wants a part of it. You're going to get hands raising like this. So here's the thing. You can have testimonials for yourself. So you could use your own before and after pictures, but it only lasts for a quick little short moment. Because think about it. If I was trying to build my business as a health and fitness coach, trying to help people in their fitness journey, And all you ever saw from me was my before and after picture. Look what I did. I lost 20 pounds. Here I am again in another bathing suit. I lost this 20 pounds. Here I am again in this outfit now. Who cares? That's me. Good for you. You lost it. Tell me how you did it. But can I trust you? You haven't helped anyone else, though, lose it. So it's just you. You really can't help other people. You need to prove you can help other people with your skills. So the only way to do that, say for instance in the example I'm giving now, is to run accountability, we call them challenge groups, whatever you want to call them, groups where you get people in. There's no charge to be a part of it. It's free. No one has to buy a single thing. Get as many people involved as you can. And guess what? Do you care if the people that are coming in are part of your network marketing business or some other network marketing business? Do you care? No, because all you really want to do is get people's results. That's it. So you're going to get people in these groups. You're going to give them the tools they need that they're going to use in the certain time frame that you have them there. So say it's a 1 week training program, or say it's a 2 week training program that you're going to just keep people locked down, focused on following your system of success. And then after the program is over, you now ask them for their pictures or their testimonial, the result. You are now capturing visual content. People are visual. That's why you're watching this Periscope. That's why you watch those 15-second cat videos on Facebook. That's why when you're scrolling through Instagram and you see someone's picture, you stop. And then you scroll. We are so stinking visual. That's what people need to see. So I don't care how many times you write and say so-and-so works with you and that you are amazing. You need pictures. You need proof. And you can put text on pictures to make things more obvious. But if it comes down to changing someone's life in one way or another, you need pictures. You need before and after pictures to prove working with you works. Not yours, other people. So when you have a handful of before and after pictures where you're not just using the same one over and over and over again, now, when you have a product to offer or to sell someone, that's now when you can lead with that. So for instance, you can definitely say, okay, Judy's been working with me and this is what she lost 10 pounds this month. And then the next month happens and you did it again. Say, oh my gosh, Sam was working with me and he lost 19 pounds this month. Look at these pictures. I am so grateful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up and make people have greater success. I've got this product. If you want to get it, these people were using this product. I've got this beefed up. There's more in it. Here's what you're going to have. So you cannot sell your opportunity to work with you in your business in any capacity, be it by a teammate joining or selling a product, if you don't have testimonials. And when you go and promote them, it's not really about hard sales promotion. It's about letting people know this is what this person succeeded doing using my stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. This is working over and over again. And I'm so happy. That's how you're leading. It's not like, all right, I'm selling this program now. Who wants to be a part of it? Nobody wants to just buy a program. They want to see that if they're going to plunk money over, if they're going to give time, that you're going to definitely get them results. So in the closet, you can take pictures of a before and after closet and say, this is what their closet looks like now after working with me. You just need pictures. If you don't have pictures, it's really hard for you to be able to grow your business. So let's answer any questions that you might have again, and then I will finish and wrap this guy up. Any other questions that you have about that? So again, just to recap while you guys are putting your questions, what I'm offering here as a health and business coach, helping people build their businesses online, is giving them the idea that you need to have testimonials to be able to sell or sign people up, to be able to do your business with you. Need pictures of challengers, successful ones. Definitely. That's what I completely agree with. If people don't have photos for you, that's up to you on how you put the rules out there. So for instance, if you're going to be managing people with putting them in a group and giving your free services, giving them the free content, make that an agreement that you will take their pictures, but that you can keep them anonymous. You just want to let them know, hey, I want to do this with you, but can you please help me out too? That's it. Be honest to people. Never fake anyone out. How do you build a following in Periscope? Well, I am learning that myself. This is all trial and error. And the whole thing is you got to go for trial. So don't hold back doing your own Periscopes. You just got to get out there and really start putting this out there. But the number one thing is teach. Teach people what you know, what has helped you in your life, what is really just really going to help people have an easier time with whatever they're trying to succeed with. All right, any questions as we finish this up? So the last part to wrap this up and getting your testimonials is really focusing on just capturing as many as you can. And as you're building your business brand new, really the easiest way to be able to build your business in the beginning is to offer free support and information. Because when you can do that in a closed group, and then move them through that to success, and then get their before and after results, you're now collecting weight. So you can't expect to go to any company and tell them, I am amazing at what I do, you should hire me. I am amazing at what I do, you should buy my products. If you don't run in there with a testimonial book or whatever. So to give you some insight about it, for fitness companies that make home fitness videos, do you know how many times they get people coming up to them and saying, I have an amazing class that I've been teaching forever, and the classes are packed. The people love me so much. You should put me on videos. Do you want to know how many times I hear that? Like puke, like all the time. But it means something different when that same person comes and says, I've been teaching this. People are getting insane results. Here, check out this big, huge binder of all these people that are following my system and getting results and results and results. That's then when they'll get a second chance or a second look. Same thing goes for your own business. No one's going to want to buy your crap if you can't prove working with you works. Because again, it's just crap. Because somebody else can sell the same crap, right? You are the difference. You are the difference. And that's where you have to offer value, personalization, and success for people. What about if I sell a service? Great question. So the service, you still are going to give people results. So whatever the service might be, you are still going to impact people's life in one way or another. So even if your service is just consulting people on their finances, or even if your service is a bug service outside, you're still going to be able to grab testimonial from people that work with you and have success. It always comes down to, if you have pictures are of course going to be the best, but if you don't have like for instance, say you don't have a yard full of ridden bugs and then after your work there's no more bugs picture, you can just take people's headshots, if they will use like a picture of their house or whatever it is, and use that as the line of testimonial. Having testimonials are key, that working with you, no matter what it is, a product or a service, there has to be a success. Because what are you offering? You're obviously offering a way to help someone change their life and impact it. And impact usually means success or positive direction. So that's where you really want to go, is really offering so you can prove before working with you, what were they struggling with? And then after working with you, what's their life now? Okay? Questions again? So in the beginning, we won't be making any money. No, I'm not going to say that necessarily, because for instance, once people know what you're doing and whatever you're offering, you're going to have certain people that were like, oh, I was just about to get that. I can get that through you? Sure. As well as if you already know that you're working with certain people that are in the need of what you have to offer, and now they know that you're the go-to resource for it, they're going to go to you. So that it's the same thing as if I opened up an oil change auto body place. All right, so I've got an oil change, auto body place, whatever, at the end of my development here. People in my development will support me because it's now right there. It's super convenient. And they will want to support me because I'm in the neighborhood. So they're going to go to my oil change place right there because I just made it more convenient for them. So whenever you're building your business in the beginning, it's not that you're not making money, because you definitely can. People are going to want to work with you initially because you're going to let people know what you're doing, but also you're going to reach out to the people who were already on that path of making that decision as well. And that is one way to do it. But to really expand a reach to a point where you're working with people that you don't know, your cold market, should we say, you need testimonials. Testimonials is key to continue to bring the business in past your warm market. More questions? Hopefully this is helpful. And also, just to give you guys some idea, I was studying through ACE. Well, that's, a different topic. That's, of course, with fitness. ACE is a tough test. So just got to study your butt off. Study that big, thick book. How long for hosting a free group? That's up to you. So for instance, depending on what your market is and what your product is, it depends. I always, with my teammates that are working with me, I don't let them move forward with running groups that make people buy products to be a part of until they at least have 2 to 3 testimonial before and after pictures, because it's pointless to have one and then start moving into the transition to start charging people for stuff because you don't have much backing. You don't have proof that working with you works. The more testimonials you have, the stronger weight you have to be able to throw around and say, hey, look what this person did with my system. So I'm offering it over here. So I would suggest that you at least get some good testimonials. What else you got? Any other questions? How do you ask people to use their pictures and testimonials? So, Deidre, it's definitely just a matter of letting them know ahead of time. So, for instance, whenever I would run a group, I would let them know what they're going to get, what I require from them, and what the end result is going to be. And at the end of it, I actually have a video telling them what their next steps are, but I also strongly ask them to send me their pictures and their testimonials. Now, I never require it. I never say you can't be a part of it if you don't put in your before and after or give me your before and after pictures. You can. I mean, you can do whatever the heck you want. It's your business. But what I do is I just make people feel very connected that this is just part of the process. And I'm not going to share this information. I will crop your head off. And by the way, never do this. This is like the worst. If you're doing it for before and after pictures and you've got someone's body and head, never blur out and take their face away, because that just looks really weird. So just always kind of crop, the picture down. Just don't blur their face out, because when you just see a head and hair and nothing, that's weird. But those are some things to think about. Is you just let them know, and the way that you ask is always going to let them know that they're doing you a favor. It's only going to help the business. And if they like you, they're going to do that. And just let them know that you're going to always keep them anonymous. Feel good about this now? That you know that is where you got to go, is grabbing those testimonials. All right, so I'm going to offer something for you. But by chance, let's see, I've said it multiple times in here that I am a health and fitness business coach. I help people build businesses online, being a rep for a health and fitness company, and I've been able to do that for the past 7 years. But in 3 years' time, I was a millionaire doing it. And in the course of 7 years' time, there's 21 millionaires on my team alone. 10 of them are personally sponsored by myself. But what I offer, of course, is helping people in health and fitness. So for instance, if you want to get just a 7-day meal plan that you can follow, as well as online private workouts to a private playlist, you can actually go to 21dayleanout.com and you can get that for free, because that's what I'm going to offer to just give people a jump start, to be able to follow a plan of eating, to know what to eat, how to put the food together, to be able to make change in a week's time. And if you just repeat that menu again for 2 weeks, you're going to see bigger change. And I have a library of online workouts too that you'll have access to that are listed in a playlist, a private playlist, that you can just go through and follow some of those workouts, add them in as well. But that's for free. Go to 21 Day Lean Out. Thanks guys for jumping on, and I appreciate you, and hopefully that you will share this scope off to people and let people know about this scope. And again, I run a podcast, The Platinum Edge, and that's a podcast that you can go ahead and find. Thanks so much. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing a live Facebook feed. I did one today, which was a hot topic. People wanting to know how to make full-time income in fitness. That video is over on my facebook.com/Coach Dwyer, Dwyer. So if you go over there, you're going to find that. But tomorrow, I'm actually going to be talking about time management over in Facebook land on a live Facebook stream as well. So time management and fitting it in is going to be the strong topic, because that's what a lot of people wanted to hear. Thanks so much. Check in with you guys later.